Lian Polyandrew, Eva Grace, Erika Sri, and Farish. Today, we will present about Tenaga Nasional Berhad or TNB. First, TNB is one of the leading utility company in Asia. It operates in several countries, including the United Kingdom, Ireland, Australia, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Pakistan, and Cambodia. Next, TNB is Malaysia's main electricity provider. It generates, transmits, and distributes electricity across Peninsula Malaysia, Sabah, and the Federal Territory of Labuan. As a result, more than 11 million customers receive a reliable electricity supply. In addition, TNB has four core business: power generation, grid, distribution network, and retail. These businesses work together to provide electricity and quality service to customers. TNB is also expanding its renewable energy portfolio through solar, wind, and hydro projects as a part of its sustainable energy strategy. In conclusion, TNB has a monopoly market structure. Thank you for your attention. Now I'll pass the presentation to my group member to explain the characteristics of the firm.
As we all know, TNB is a monopoly market structure. To be specific, it is a national monopoly like the characteristics shown here. It is government-linked company, GLC, significant government ownership and supervision. Other than that, large-scale producer supplies electricity to millions of residential, commercial, and industrial customers. Next, natural monopoly. The main electricity transmission and distributor company in Peninsular Malaysia. Lastly, capital-intensive industry. Relies heavily on expensive physical assets.
Okay, so next is the barriers to entry. First of all, I'm going to explain what's the meaning of barriers to entry. It is an obstacle for a company to enter the industry. So for monopoly company, in general, it has a high barrier to entry. And if you refer back to the notes that was given by Miss, for monopoly company, they have two types of barriers to entry. First is natural, and second is legal. So I'm gonna start with natural. Natural means it's in the nature of the industry. Okay, memang dia punya the traits is like that. Alright. So here we can say that TNB has a natural barrier to entry because it has economies of scale. So what is economies of scale? So I'm just gonna read the slide. Economies of scale is average cost per unit decrease as output increases. As company grows and produces more products, cost of making each item goes down. So TNB can distribute electricity to However, that will be inefficient and also will cause loss of economies of scale and higher costs for consumers. And next is the Electricity Supply Act. To supply electricity in this act, to supply electricity, companies require license and approval from government. It has strict legal, technical, and safety requirements that must be met. Numbers of licenses issued are also limited, and licenses are restricted to protect the enemy from competition. Okay, so this is a bit complicated, but I'm gonna explain. Okay, first, I want you guys to focus on the AR graph. So, okay, just focus on the AR. AR means the market demand. Okay, the market demand. So for TR is the total revenue. The formula for TR is P times Q. What is P? What is Q? P is the price and Q is the output. And AR, the formula for AR is PQ over Q. Basically, TR over Q. So that makes it PQ over Q. So AR is equivalent to price. So that's how we see the price. Okay? Okay, as we know that monopoly company maximize profit. Monopoly maximize profit. So what is profit maximization? Profit maximization is right over here where MC equals to MR. And what is MC equals to MR? MC is marginal cost, which is the extra cost of producing one more unit, and marginal revenue is extra revenue earned from selling one more unit. That's why it's more efficient, and the profit are maximized more in MC equals to MR. So from there, we can see the output right here at Q, and then to set the price, we just tarik dia until it met the market demand. Okay? Can you guys follow me? Okay. Alright, so it's right here. So that's why they naik, then you set the FR. So that's why they set the price there because they memang ikut the demand. Okay? So basically to sum up, it's just like the MC equals to FR, set the output, and kita can see the demand, and that's where the price is set. Okay, I won't be talking much about the supernormal profit and everything that is not inside our syllabus. So, okay, I'm just gonna read the slides. From the output move up to AR, that determines the price. Okay, this one I've already explained. And AR determines the price of a monopoly company. Next. Okay, however, it will be inefficient. No, it will be not affordable for consumers to consume electricity if they set the price at P just now. Okay, so that's why government intervention is imposed, which is the subsidy. Okay, from this graph you can see this is the subsidy that imposed by the government to make it more affordable. Okay, why is it LRMC and LRSC? It's because it's just short run and long run. So in this case, it's a long run for electricity company in general. Okay, so we can see the MR is here and the MC is here. So that's why they could set the price at P. But making TNB earning higher profits. Next is service quality. Higher service quality means more demand and cause the AR demand to increase. And lastly, use more renewable energy, lowers production costs, and average cost shift downwards.
Okay, so to conclude, Tenaga Nasional Berhad is the main company that provides electricity across Malaysia and they plays an important role in providing electricity to all end businesses. Okay, so TNB is a natural monopoly because it requires a lot of money to build and maintain the electricity network, which makes it hard for other companies to enter the market. So even though TNB has few competitors, government controls electricity prices to make sure the consumer gets fair prices and protected. Okay, so to keep growing and making profit, TNB needs to manage costs, improve their service, invest in new technology, and use more renewable energy.
Okay.
Okay, so that's all.
Reference.
Entrance
Okay, so next, very good. I like the explanation, easy to understand, easy to follow, especially the graph. Don't forget to include reference and the link of your presentation before submitting the assignment. Okay, thank you.